Hi everyone, you are welcome to yet another class. You are welcome to this virtual class, Math for Basic 3. My name is Adebanjo Olusegun, your math teacher. Today is Monday, 3rd August 2020, and the topic for today, still on algebra, but this time by using letters. About 2 learning objectives. So at the end of this lesson, you say to yourself, I should be able to use different letters to solve an algebraic expression, use multiplication or division to solve for a variable involving word problems. The first learning objectives, you should be able to use different letters to solve an algebraic expression. The second learning objectives is that you should be able to use multiplication or division to solve for a variable involving word problems. So let's begin. The first example here says solve this algebraic expression. Last week I explained what algebra is to you. Then I also told you about variable. So I'm sure you are not, those things are not new to you anymore. And with the exercise, you all did very well. So let's continue from there. So solve this algebraic expression. That's 2v plus 6 equals to 18. So what we are looking for is v, but we have it as 2v. So when we have 2v, we must deal with it one after the other. At the end of the day, we're still going to get our value for v. So solution starts now. And for the solution, we have 2v plus 6 equals to 18. For now, let's first of all get rid of the plus 6 there, so that the 2v can be left alone. Then later we'll sort out for our v by getting rid of the 2. So now since it's plus 6, it means we have to subtract 6 from both sides. If it's minus 6, then we add 6 to both sides, but it's plus 6, so we subtract 6 from both sides. So when we do that, the next expression we have is that we have 2v plus 6 minus 6 equals 18 minus 6. So plus 6 minus 6 will cancel out each other, so we'll be left with 2v equals to 18 minus 6 will give us 12. So now we have 2v equals to 12. So now with 2v equals to 12, what is disturbing our v is 2. So 2v is same thing as 2 times v. 2 times v will give us 2v. So 2 times, since it's 2 times, the opposite of multiplication is division. So it means that we are going to divide both sides by that 2. So once you divide both sides by 2, 2v all over 2 equals 12 all over 2. So the 2 will cancel out 2, then v will be left alone. So 12 divided by 2, that's how many times can 2 go in 12? That's 6 times. So it will now be v equals to 6. So to confirm that in the equation, so we can substitute our v for 6 in the equation. So with that, we have 2 times our v now is 6. So 2 times 6 will give us 12, and 12 plus 6 will give us 18. So 18 equals 18. So that's a balanced equation. Okay, so it means our answer is correct. Okay, so now let's move on to example 2. Example 2 says solve this algebraic expression. That's 3g minus 3 equals 15. Excuse me. Now in this case we have minus 3. This is disturbing our 3g. So when it's minus, it means that we do addition. We add the number to both sides. So solution, 3g minus 3 equals 15. So add 3 to both sides. So we have 3g minus 3 plus 3 equals 15 plus 3. So 3g now equals 18 because minus 3 has cancelled out plus 3. So 3g equals 18. So 3g is the same thing as 3 times g. So times, the opposite is division. So we divide both sides by 3. So 3g divided by 3 equals 18 divided by 3. So 3 will cancel out 3. Then 18 divided by 3, how many times can 3 go in 18? That's 6 times. So it will be g equals to 6. Okay, so to confirm, you can substitute g for 6 in the equation. So we have 3 times 6, which is 18. 18 minus 3 will give us 15. That's a balanced equation. So it means our answer is correct. Okay, so now let's move on to example 3. In this case now, we want to look at word problems that's involving algebra. So let me read the question to you. Spencer arranged his soccer trophies on 3 equal rows. If he has 12 trophies, how many trophies are in each row? Read again. Spencer arranged his soccer trophies on 3 equal rows. If he has 12 trophies, how many trophies are in each row? As we can see before the solution, there are 3 soccer trophies there arranged in 3 different rows. Okay, now if Spencer has 12 of this trophy, the one we can see here are just 3. So if he has 12 of these, so and arrange equally in rows, how many trophies are in each row? So that will give us that's 3 rows now times, because we don't know how many is in each row, so we represent that with r. Okay, so that means 3 times how many in a row we don't know, so we times it by what we don't know, then equals, they've given us the total to be 12, because we are told that if he has 12 trophies, so that's giving us the total. So if he has 12 trophies, how many trophies are in each row? Okay, so that's 3 times r equals 12. Now 3 times r is same thing as 3r, which is equals to 12. So what is disturbing our r is 3. That's 3 times now. So times, the opposite is division. So we say divide both sides by 3. So 3r divided by 3 equals 12 divided by 3. So 3 will cancel out 3. We'll be left with r. Then how many times can 3 go in 12? That's 4 times. So r equals 4. Okay. So to confirm, so let's replace our r with 4 in the equation. So 3 times 4 definitely will give us 12. It means our answer is correct. So now let's move on to example 4, which is the last example before I give you your assignment. Now in example 4, I read that to you. For Sophie's class picture, the students stood in a 3 rows with 5 students in each row. How many students were in the picture? For Sophie's class picture, the students stood in a 3 rows with 5 students in each row. How many students were in the picture? The picture there, I'm not actually giving you the exact number. It's just like to beautify the page. Okay, but there are picture of students. All right. The other one, you are less concerned. Just to beautify also. The solution now. 3 times 5. How come about this? 3 times 5. We were told that the students stood in a 3 rows. That is 3 times with 5 students in each row. That means times 5. How many students were in the picture? We don't know. So let's use S to represent that. So is that we say 3 times 5 equals S, or S equals 3 times 5. So therefore s equals 3 times 5. Then 3 times 5 will give us 15. So how many students were in the picture? It means we have 15 students in the picture. Okay, so it's as simple as that. What problems needs your logical reasoning? You need to think very well to arrive at your answer. Okay, and at the end of the day, you can also check. You can check whatever you have gotten, is he giving the perfect answer to the question being asked in the word problem. If you look at this one now, it says for Sophie's class picture, the students stood in a free row with 5 students in each row. So that means we have 5 in 3 places. So 5 in 3 places definitely will give us 15. So it means our answer is correct. I have your assignments here for you. Solve the following algebraic expression. We have number 1 and 2. Number 1 says 3y plus 13 equals 34. Then number 2 says 4m minus 7 equals 13. So you know how to go about that. For number 1 is plus, so it means that you subtract the plus 13 from both sides. Then for number 2 is minus 7, so add 7 to both sides and you continue from there. Okay, the word problems in algebra now. And number 3 says just solved 21 multiplication problems. If the problems were arranged in rows of 3, how many rows of problems did Jess solve? Think about that. Jess solved 21 multiplication problems. If the problems were arranged in rows of 3, okay, 1 2 3, how many rows of problems did Jess solve altogether? How many rows? That's the rows that, but altogether is 21. Okay, so the question now you are being asked is that how many do we find in each row? Now remember there are 3 rows, so how many times can 3 go in 21? So that will give you how many rows of problem he actually or she actually solved. Okay, number 4, how many sides do 8 triangles have altogether? During our one of our topics, what was that now? That's I think the second topic now. Talking about geometry. So the triangle, we dealt with a triangle that's under polygons now. So triangle having how many sides? Tri means 3. So how many sides do a triangle have altogether? 8 in 3 places should give you what? So that's that. Then number 5, tickets to the school play cost 5 naira each. Mr. Oregbeson spent 30 naira on tickets. How many tickets did he buy? For 1 ticket is 5 naira. Mr. Oregbeson actually spent 30 naira on tickets, but he didn't tell us how many tickets, but we know that how much he spent was what? 30 naira, and each of them cost 5 naira. So how many tickets did he buy? So divide the total by the number of 1, so you get your answer. So you can use the expression for I think example 3 we do. That's by saying that's for each one now 5 naira, so times, you don't know the number of tickets, so you can use T to represent the tickets, then equals 30 naira. So 5 times T will give you 5T equals 30. So you can pick it up from there, so you get your answer. Okay, with that, I welcome you to the end of today's class. Till I come your way again, keep staying at home and keep staying safe. Bye bye.